Hey, language enthusiasts. Buckle up because we're diving headfirst into the world of generative AI and how it's flipping the script on language learning.
Yeah, it's really shaking things up.
And to guide us on this deep dive, we're pulling insights from this paper. Let's see, it's called AI-EFL Cautions.
A fantastic read, really.
Definitely. It's like having a roadmap,
Hmm.
Helps you navigate this exciting but sometimes, well, bumpy new terrain.
It does. It's like we've stepped into this age of AI-powered language learning, right? But just like with any new adventure, there's a learning curve. And that's really why I think this paper is so valuable.
Yeah.
It flags those potential pitfalls before we stumble into them.
Oh, absolutely. And I love how it doesn't shy away from addressing the elephant in the room, that temptation to just chase after every shiny new AI tool without a strategy.
Precisely. They actually call it the misalignment malady in the paper.
Misalignment malady, I like that.
Yeah. It's this trap that educators can fall into.
Okay.
Instead of starting with their teaching goals and seeing how AI can actually support those goals, they get caught up in the excitement of the tech itself,
It's like buying that fancy new kitchen gadget because it looks cool, but then you realize it doesn't actually make your grandma's famous recipes any better.
Exactly.
You use it once or twice and then it just ends up in the back of the cupboard gathering dust.
Exactly. And it's the same principle with AI in the classroom.
Oh, I see it.
Let's say you were teaching, I don't know, a lesson on verb tenses, and you find this really cool new AI tool that can just generate tons and tons of practice sentences.
Drill and practice. Gotta love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
But here is where that misalignment malady can sneak in.
Okay, I'm listening.
What if those sentences, while grammatically flawless, are totally disconnected from what you're actually trying to teach in that lesson?
Or what if they are, like, way too advanced for your students' level?
Exactly. They're just, lost in a sea of AI-generated sentences.
Right. It's not really helping them learn.
Not really, no.
So it's not about ditching your lesson plan and going, like, full AI free-for-all, right?
Right.
It's more about being intentional,
I totally agree.
Like asking yourself, hold on, is this tool actually making my teaching better?
Or am I just distracted by the shiny new thing?
Yeah, exactly.
And that actually brings us to another important point from the paper.
Okay, I'm all ears.
The idea of AI as this kind of Band-Aid solution, I guess you could say.
A Band-Aid. Okay, now I'm really interested. Tell me more about this Band-Aid effect.
So it's easy to get caught up in the idea that AI can swoop in and fix, like, every challenge in language learning, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially when it comes to things like student motivation.
Yes.
Or that fear of speaking up in class. We've all been there.
We've all seen those students who just, clam up during speaking activities.
Yeah, terrified of making a mistake.
Exactly. But is just throwing a chatbot at them really going to solve that problem? I don't think so.
Right, it's not that simple.
Not at all. The paper really encourages us to think about it in terms of content problems versus process problems.
Okay, I like where this is going. Break that down for me.
So AI, amazing for content, things like grammar rules, vocabulary building, all that good stuff.
Yeah, like if a student's having trouble remembering irregular verbs, boom.
Yeah.
AI flashcard app to the rescue.
Exactly. But then you have these process issues.
Okay.
It's more about the how of learning,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
building confidence, developing good learning habits, or even managing that language learning anxiety. Those are process problems.
So for our student who freezes up during presentations,
Yeah.
AI could be part of the solution,
Right. It can be a piece of the puzzle.
but we can't just stop there.
No, we got to address what's causing that anxiety in the first place.
Exactly.
Maybe that's role-playing activities, positive feedback, or even some mindfulness techniques,
It's about realizing that AI is a tool and a powerful one.
Definitely.
But it often works best when it's combined with other strategies.
100%.
Strategies that actually address the root of the problem.
And to really know which tool is the right fit for the situation, educators need what this paper calls AI literacy.
AI literacy. Okay, now you're speaking my language. Tell me more about what that means for educators.
So it's more than just knowing how to use a particular AI program.
Okay.
It's about understanding AI at a deeper level, like what it can do well, what its limitations are,
Got it.
and even, potential biases it might have.
That makes sense.
It's about giving educators the knowledge to decide, okay, should I use an AI tool here, or should I stick with what I know works?
Yeah. When to use AI and when to maybe, go old school.
Exactly. I love it.
And that's where, professional development comes in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This paper really, really stresses how important workshops and training programs are for educators to get that hands-on experience with AI.
Makes sense.
It's about separating the hype from the reality,
Right, right.
and letting educators make smart choices for their classrooms.
It seems like the more comfortable teachers are with these AI tools, the better they'll be able to use them to help their students.
Absolutely. It's all about empowering teachers so they can empower their students.
It's like giving them that AI toolkit and showing them how to use it.
Exactly. And this paper, it doesn't shy away from tackling that whole magic wand thing people associate with AI.
Yeah, the idea that AI is going to solve everything overnight.
Exactly. It's easy to get caught up in that hype, right?
Oh, totally. But as with any powerful tool, it's all about managing those expectations.
AI is not a magic bullet, and it's definitely not here to replace teachers.
Right.
The real magic happens when we can combine, the creativity and experience of teachers with what AI can do.
So we're not promising our students they'll be fluent in a week just by chatting with a chatbot, right?
Right. Ha. No more instant fluency promises.
Okay, good to know.
The paper actually suggests starting small,
Yeah, I like that approach.
Like maybe you incorporate some AI-powered pronunciation practice into your lesson, or use an AI tool to help students build their vocabulary.
Okay.
See how it works, and then go from there.
It's about finding those practical ways to use it in the classroom.
Exactly, without getting, lost in all the hype.
Right, keep it real.
And this brings us to, I think, a really crucial point.
Let's hear it.
Integrating AI. It's a journey, not a race.
I like that a lot.
It takes time and patience.
For sure.
And a willingness to, try things out and keep learning as you go.
It's all about evolving with this ever-changing tech landscape.
Exactly.
And let's not forget the most important part of this whole equation, the students.
Absolutely.
We've talked a lot about educators, but at the end of the day, it's about giving our students the tools to be successful language learners in this digital world, right?
I agree more.
And part of that might mean helping them develop their own AI literacy skills.
Right, so they're not just using these tools, but understanding them.
Exactly. Being savvy consumers of AI.
Exactly.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one thing you hope our listeners take away from this conversation?
I think it's to approach AI with, a sense of excitement, but also a healthy dose of skepticism.
I like that. Cautious optimism.
Yeah, don't be afraid to experiment, but do it thoughtfully and always with your students in mind.
Such a great point to end on. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive into the world of generative AI in language education.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those classrooms buzzing with AI-powered possibilities.
Breathe deep, close your eyes, and surrender to the cause. Let the rhythm of the symbols take you far. In the dance of the arcana, see your story start to bloom. Every flip, every turn, it's like magic in the room. Tarot trance, feel the vibe, let your spirit take a ride.